I don't know how much I'm gonna keep the signal or whatever. I want to give a shout out to the deer. He like, what do you mean, TRB? I want to give a shout out to the deer. So I'm on the back roads running up to 395, cutting across California, going to Oregon. Got a fantastic load, paying like $5.50 a mile. Fantastic load. I didn't want to come to Oregon. I'm on my way to Oregon right now. The Amazon load. I didn't want to take the load, but I couldn't turn down the money. It was just too much money. So now I'm checking the weather. I'm checking the direction I want to go, and all of you guys that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you seen the two routes that I Rand McNally was taking me. So I went ahead and took the blue route. The blue route was 558 miles, I think, and the green route was 772 miles. Now, if you don't know what the blue and green is, all my Rand McNally people know what I'm talking about. The load got done at 10 o'clock at night. Got done at 10 o'clock at night. I pick it up. I leave the yard about 10:30, close to 11 o'clock. I stopped. I popped the brakes. And I just contemplated. I flipped the coin. I said, God, which route should I take? Should I take the green or the blue? And I'm going to flip a coin. And I'm going to let you decide. I flip a coin, lands on tails. Tails mean go green. Go green was 700 and some miles. So I'm sitting there, but I'm like, that's 200 miles out of route. I got to go over Donner's Pass. I only got 2,500 pounds of whatever on the back of my my trailer. The other route is 200 miles less. $200 worth of fuel. Get me there, absolutely no problem. And so I shot Ghost a message. Ghost said, man, take the blue route. I was like, all right, that's the route I want to take anyway. But I just needed somebody else to say it. All right, so I'm on the route. It's night. I'm running. As soon as I started running up out of Reno, it started snowing. And I was like, of course, because I'm telling my lady, there's no way that I'm being blessed with this amount of money for a run that takes me less than a day to complete. I said, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. It's going to start snowing. The freeway's going to be shut down. They're going to ask me to change. It's going to be something going to happen, right? So I take off on the blue route. I start running. It starts snowing. As I came up to California inspection, dude was like, man, it just came down from nowhere. He said 3 miles down, there is a Chevron. Plenty of parking all the time. You can just park right there if you want. I said, perfect. I don't care how much snow it is. I don't have to run in the snow. This load don't have a delivery date. It just say get it there when you can get it there. But we appreciate it if you get it there as fast as possible. So I pull over, I park, I check the weather. When I check the weather, I go to the radar. I go to weather, the weatherchannel.com or whatever, check the radar. When I check the radar, I saw that the snow was already moving past Reno. So I was catching the back end of the snow. It's like, all right, I'm gonna wait 30 minutes to an hour. Boom. The snow starts going down, starts getting a little wet. All right, time to run. Hit the road running, bang. I'm driving because I've been driving so long and I've driven through weather like that. I did one thing that, a lot of us have done that can definitely have us in a ditch, and that is get comfortable. I got comfortable. The roads, they were just wet. I like, I'm in California, save fuel, I'm gonna do 55. I might have been doing a couple miles over 55, but for this video, I'm gonna say 55. Doing 55, turn the cruise on, turn the music up, and I'm rolling. It's me and a four-wheeler for like 100-something miles. I come into this little town, I see the glow from the eyes of an animal, right? So I had my brights on. I saw that it was a deer standing in the road. So what do you do when something's standing in the road? You hit the brakes. And I hit the brakes. And when I tell you that when I hit the brakes, everything got quiet. I went from this side of the road, my tractor did a 90-degree and went to the side of this blue truck that's coming. Went over there. Now, I'm sideways, but I'm still going forward. And I'm still on the brakes. So I turned the wheel a little bit. And when I saw the deer, I turned on my four ways and stuff like that. Turned on my four ways. So the four-wheeler behind me know that I'm about to slow down. I hit the brakes. Trailer did a 90-degree. And there's nothing scarier than you hitting the brakes and you're turning in one direction and your vehicle is going in another. There's nothing, you know, when you in a truck and trailer, something happen like that. So I'm wiggling across the road, so I hit the throttle and turned to the right, of course. Turned to the right, I hit the throttle lightly, came back to the right, but now my trailer decides it want to go in whatever direction it want to go. So now I'm back in my lane. Next thing you know, you're because now I'm doing like a 75-degree. I'm in the emergency lane to the right. I'm like, oh, I'm about to bust a steer tire because I'm not going straight, hitting the little, you know, the little things on the side of the road right there. I turn back to the left and now I'm just wiggling. But I stopped hitting the brakes and I let the truck idle down. By this time, even the deer was like, oh shit, and took off. So now my confidence for driving is completely shot. The confidence for driving is completely shot. So now I'm doing like 15, and every time I try to speed up a little bit because I'm trying to get to the shoulder, the truck's spinning out, truck's spinning out, truck's spinning out. I'm like, how am I gonna get off this road so I can get myself together? So there was a right turn lane turning down the street. So I actually skated, literally skated, glided, slid, however you want to call it, over into the right lane because now I'm in that mode. I'm not driving the truck, I'm aiming the truck. And I can't hit the brakes because every time I hit the brakes, I'm either turning to the left or to the right. So I skate over to the right turn lane. I skate there, I sit there. And I'm like, wow, that really just happened. I mean, if any vehicle was coming in the opposite direction, it was a done deal. Absolute done deal. Because I couldn't control where I was going. They couldn't control where they was going. So I'm like, all right, let me see how ice the road is. So I turn my brakes back on, and I see the road looks like the Tooth Fairy glitter wand just came through. Was like, I got Timmy's tooth over here. I need to go get Timmy tooth, and we just waved his wand. It twinkled and sparkled and shined and glitter all over the place. I'm like, huh, okay, because in my mind, I'm seeing the road looks like this. It was just movie stars. You know, when you watch a movie and the road's kind of shiny, because they done wet the road to give it more contrast or something like that. That's what the road looked like. Now, when I drive through snow, I'm used to seeing, you know, the clump of snow in the middle where the driver's driving and the snow goes under the truck. A truck, you know, truck tracks, stuff like that. So I was like, wow. So I said, okay, let me hit the throttle and shift gears and see what happens. So I start shifting gears and hitting the throttle, right? Shifting gears, hitting the throttle. But I'm not moving. Like, I'm wiggling, but I'm not really moving like I'm supposed to. So I'm like, wow, well, I can't stay here. I need to get somewhere and pull off to the side. So I ease on the throttle and started moving real slow, turn my four ways. I'll probably finish the story later. And next thing you know, so I pulled off to the side of the road. And you can go check my Instagram so you can see what the road looked like. TheRightBrotha at Instagram. So I pull off to the side of the road in some like dirt, gravel. And I kind of, you know, spent the wheels a little bit to kind of get whatever ice and slickness was on the tires, and I stopped. And I said, let me go out here and look at the road and see how slick the road is. So I hop out, and listen, I got drive in the tire. My drive in the tire is basketball shorts.